day. From Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Josh Allen and the Indianapolis Colts taking on Drew Brees and the Minnesota Vikings.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Indianapolis Colts. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in Week 2. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they'll be led out by the all-time leader in terms of passing yards in NFL history, their 41-year-old quarterback, Drew Brees.
Total relentlessness of consistency, almost like a machine. If you watch him in practice after every throw, he resets his feet, visualizes all the other options on a play. So if he has to do it in a game, it's already there, has the muscle memory. I start calling him AI for artificial intelligence. Whatever defense does during a game, he absorbs it and then uses it against them as the game moves on.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Play action, Brees. Got a man open, that's Devontae Parker, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the gun, it's Taylor. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Second and 11 now. Taylor. And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. From the gun, it's Brees. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive. And they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big time pickup for them. And now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone. Because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Shotgun now for Breeze. That's complete to Mooney. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10. And the Vikings first down.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
The 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 3.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you've got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback? Or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game.
Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Taylor. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. This Colts D up to the challenge so far, but they need another stop here on 3rd and goal. They'll run. Here's Janovich, the fullback. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there.
Stopped short of the goal line.
This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead.
Colts, nothing.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback from Wyoming. It's Josh Allen.
There's a lot of good to watch in the game last week, wasn't there? I mean, he did throw 2 touchdown passes. That was impressive. And he's so close, isn't he? The 3 interceptions killed him and his team. That was costly. But if he just cleans that up a little bit, there's a reason for optimism with this team and this passer.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Allen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Christian Fulton, the rookie, picks it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Robbie Gould on for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early, as they've got it 1st and 10. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
From the 27, Allen. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole. Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Allen. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Again, they'll throw with Allen. And able to find Kirk complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Nothing the score after 1 on EA Sports.
10, Colts nothing.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Patterson on the carry. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
Carried by number 20.
Trayvon Diggs getting the tackle. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 33.
First and 10.
Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play. Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll run on first down. Patterson. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
The quarterback sacked by Chandler Jones.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. From the gun, Allen. Crowder's got it over the middle. And he gets it down to the 32. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Matt Prater on for the field goal. A 49-yard attempt.
Prater's kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3.
Makes the score Vikings 10, Colts 3.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Breeze throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jonathan Taylor there. And now it's 3rd down. Breeze now to throw. And it's caught by Parker. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They fake the give. Here's Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
first down, Minnesota.
Breeze to throw again. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. To throw is Breeze. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Not much there, only a yard.
Complete to Jonathan Taylor. A gain of a yard.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
To throw again on second down. Breeze. He'll find his man. That's Taylor again.
Breeze pass.
It's a gain of 6 on the play, and they're going to have a third down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Breeze going to try and throw on third down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Again, it's Breeze. He's got his man. It's taken in for a fine touchdown.
To Zach Ertz.
Zach Ertz, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Now Gold for the extra point.
Point after.
It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. That one in the books as a 12-play drive, and it's polished off by a Viking score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. A short throw. This is caught by Cox. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at their 49-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll get our tour started out at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. And it's the Giants who are out in front. 2 touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford. From there, we head down to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting Jags who are out in front. Golden Tate, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Lions. Calvin Ridley, a touchdown reception. In our game, it was the right arm of Drew Brees that led the way in the first half. His guys have a 2-touchdown lead as we hand it back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. On 1st down, it's Patterson, and a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. Now let's listen in on the call.
Come on, baby, we gotta do our job. We gotta do our job, man.
Orlando Brown guilty of the infraction there. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Operating from the gun, Allen got a man complete. This is Richard Rodgers.
Allen's pass.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Pickup brings up 2nd down at the 24-yard line.
From the gun, Allen got his man complete over the middle. That's James. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
34-yard
But
line.
one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
38-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 38, Allen got a man. It's Patterson complete. And he will force his way forward for a yard or 2, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Patterson on the draw play. Now this will go for 5 up to the 33.
To the running back.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Christian Fulton, the rookie, picks it.
Allen's pass intercepted by the
first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish, but you know who's really upset on their team? help the defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll run with Taylor. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Breeze now. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Jonathan Taylor with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Gold with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's Richie James on the return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Indy set to go on offense once more. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Throwing Allen. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. They run with Patterson.
Ball carried by
Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7.
From the gun, it's Allen. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked by the rookie linebacker, Kenneth Murray. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. And the drive starts with a completion left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
1st down, Vikings.
On the draw is Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking 1st down. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Taylor. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Now Breeze. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Here's Patterson. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
The ball carrier.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
That's good for a Colts. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Over the middle, he gets it to Patterson. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 30.
On 2nd down now. It's Patterson, and inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Darrell Patterson. That's good.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Once more, they turn to Patterson. Julian Okwara there to bring him down. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
At the 15-yard line.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Another big play there by Aaron Donald, the NFL's Defensive Player of the Year in 2017 and 18. We know he can rush the passer. He's also dominant in the run game. The quickness for a man his size often defeats the offensive lineman trying to block him.
The Colts on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And the Colts are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Yeah, he's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Cordero Patterson scoring a touchdown against his former mates. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Now Matt Prater for the point after. And this is up and good. That'll make it a score now of 24-10. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Taking it about the 1. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
From the return, the Vikings take over 1st and 10. At their
Minnesota now ready for their next possession. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Now a play fake. Breeze. He'll get that one to Taylor complete.
Breeze.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
Here's Tressway now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Cordero Patterson, the one he was hoping to get it to. And now it's 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the
operating from the gun. Allen hits his target, the tight end Mo Alley Cox. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen, a short throw. This is caught by Cox. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
brings up 2nd and
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Now Allen again. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Face mask. Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. 11 more on that one and another first down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, but now it's 3rd and goal.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. One final try here for Allen, and he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Now Prater to add the PAT. He's got it, and it's 24-17. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. 17. So there is still time, a little over 50 seconds to go, but this becomes a critical onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And they take a knee. Drew Brees with a kneel down, and that ought to do it.
today's
Well, Charles, we saw a comeback bid fall just a little short, but give them credit. They were able to hold on, withstand that comeback, and ultimately win it by the slim margin.
And bottom line, when it's all said and done, they don't ask you how much you won by. They just want to know, did you win? And that they did.
So for the Vikings, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head home next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.